That's it. Okay. We are here. We are here. Oh, we are here. What's up, Don? How's it going? How's your weekend? Oh no! Put those over there. Let's see. What do we have? What should we work on? Probably should really put together this Kickstarter. It was good. Did a lot of driving this weekend. Yeah, my kid's been sick, so he has not been doing a lot of driving. Skip, what's going on, man? What is happening? Let's see, what's 15? What do we have here? Oh, yeah. Preview page. Or well. Fell flat on his face. I can so see the not so mainstream pack. They'd be like, yeah, no, I don't think so. We're not gonna do that. But I'm glad that the villains were. I'm all for villains. Like let's make that happen. There's like, hey, Butch. Yeah. There's like 2 tubes of lotion on the thing. Well, no, I was just letting you know. For the other channel. Linked. Ooh. I guess I don't know where it's gonna pop up. It's a bad part. I'm like, I don't know where it's gonna pop up, so we should probably not try and look at it. No, unless it's. Oh yeah, okay. I can look at it here. No one will see it. Oh, nice. Okay. Yep. No. Yeah, it's good, man. You are knocking these out. It's crazy. Sweet when the people in this room start throwing out different films. Oh, nice. They are keeping you very busy. They are. I just finished this. This that set is done, and I mean they're going to be releasing it really soon because they have a show this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I have to overnight this to them because they gave me like a week and 2 days to finish it. So, and this right here, well, that's one panel of it. But this is one heck of a hit. This is a 9-card puzzle. 9-card puzzle. Just like, here you go. Here's another preview real quick. 4-card Wolverine puzzle. So, you know. I got some other stuff. Oh, here you go. I'll show you this one too. If Don's looking. If not, it's okay. Oh, Fantastic Forage. also four card puzzle. But yeah, so that's there. I have one, then merge everything, and then sculpt it into the. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she did. She took pictures of it. Didn't you see it? She loved it. The Crimson Fly was on meals, and there was something else. It made an appearance in a couple posts that day when we got it. So yeah. Like, do we draw a character, or do we actually letter? Do we letter our book? I don't want to bore you guys, but it seems like other streamers don't care. They're like, I'm lettering my book. Draw a character, he says. What? Okay. Put that over here. I think we're gonna draw the Wind Ninja again. That's not it. We don't need that. Where's... Excuse me. I guess that is enough. I wasn't too happy. Like, I drew the picture. No. Goodness. There we go. So I drew it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Still want to draw it again. I don't think that it came across the right way. Or up. Oh, right. You're living a new one. Right. Good. I was wondering about that. And we've come to the full, complete understanding that, yeah, we've come to a full understanding that I'm going to be going with this flat color, toned paper. Like, that's my life now. That's what's going to happen. So, I needed to redo the character anyway, because they're not in the right thing. Because something like that. Alright, so now we're going to be doing all flat colors like this. Okay. need to change this back to my thing. Thank you. There we go. Alrighty. Actually, Don Super left us. His work machines must be giving him problems. It's too big. That iPad ad? I did not. What iPad ad? Half the thickness of the current iPads? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Why are they trying to make it thinner? I don't really think it was that thick in the first place. Hey, Miss Ebony. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, okay. I'm crushing with a giant car press. Oh, it was the new iPad. Oh, that's kind of cool. necessarily a buff dude. Oh, okay. Get a little bit smaller. Oh, mouth hurts. Fix his arm. Okay. Excuse me. So, I think one of the main reasons why I didn't like the first pose was just because of how I was covering most things up, and I didn't like that. This up to here. So up. So up. You know, I just gotta regulate See, because that's just not as visually cool. So we're gonna have to figure out how to make that work. This stupid hood. Like that. Like so. Just gonna okay. So, leave a space. Redraw the wind guy. We are redrawing the wind guy. So, might as well draw. It's been quiet everything. That's the thing. It's like it's always quiet. Okay, 1, 2, 2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It might be a Mother's Day thing. Sunday is normally my most jumpingest. Yeah. And that's, it's very fair. Can't even be mad at that, so Straight lines. So I'm doing a sketchbook challenge, and one of the sketchbooks that I'm going to fill out is going to have a whole lot of hands in it. I've got to get better at hands. That's fair. in the final one, I do believe that I gave him beads. Big beads, little beads. Yep. So that means to me. Where were they? Inside? Or inside? You might need to be smaller than that. Inside, we should probably make them smaller. Face. Blender sketchbook too? Oh. Yeah. Nope, I'm trying to. I'm trying to make sure I get better for basically a series of exercises. That makes sense. So let's go ahead and draw the fake nose. It makes it a lot easier to get that in. So, like so. Yeah.
Please tell your chat I want to slap battle against Sean.
The boss won a slap battle against Sean.
He's claiming I cheated, so.
Then you know it was all legit.
Are you done with all of your cards?
Yes.
Nice. Good night.
Good night. I love you.
I love you too. I figure I should try and get some actual rest since I have to leave the house and take Ty to surgery tomorrow.
True.
I'm going to turn the heat on.
Okay.
In our room.
Um.
You come. Will you turn it off? I need it warm so that I can get to sleep.
Yep.
But if it's really warm, I won't be able to stay asleep, especially when you come up.
Okay. Dawn and Skip said Happy Mother's Day.
Aw, thank you, Skip. Thank you, Don. I hope you guys had a fun Mother's Day too. Wait, Skip, I love my little guy. Is this one?
Yep.
I play with him. I bring him to the kitchen while I'm cooking. He supervises.
Supervises. Nice. Woo, no problem. Love you.
I love you more.
Bye. Almost got that part fixed, but then we gotta fix his head. Like, gotta figure out how to do that. That part. So this is just a curve, like so. And that's done. His face design's pretty easy. Although it's a lot lower. Alright, so we get that. Put that in like so. Further down maybe? So, alright, so I'm gonna bring that up like so. almost where I need this hood to be. Hey. Okay. Or wow, 77. That was fast. So Skip, what'd you do all weekend? Anything fun? Nope, nope, I think we got it. That template, okay. I understand that. Ranger X, what's going on? That's for new friends, nice. For sculpting scenes, that's great, man. Does it have to be connected? So. Yeah, we're gonna make them connected, whether they're supposed to be or not. And I was like, that's fair. And what? So what? Okay. All right. So now we can always go back to the right color. Oh yeah. Here we go now. Everybody's quiet now. Okay.
What's happening?
I'm drawing a character.
How's it going? Did you finish your card?
Yes. Yes, I did. But just like, what should we do? And then it's really, really quiet, so I might switch over to doing Kickstarter stuff.
Yeah.
Since, no one's really paying attention. I mean, they might be paying attention, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Especially since I have to get this Kickstarter stuff done.
I'm about to do a video.
You're about to do it in my video.
Yeah, your challenge video.
Oh, sweet.
It's on my TikTok.
Yeah.
My devoted fan base.
Yeah.
That I'm doing a challenge.
I saw thought. An action post sketch page. Yeah, it'd probably be nice. Probably should. But the bigger, like I'm gonna have to do that with the actual characters that are important. I hate to say it like that, but this guy was more of a let's redesign. Let's redesign this character. He's not going to show up in the world for a very long time. So right now it's just, you know what? I was so close in having the character finished that's what I want to do. And I didn't necessarily care for the drawing that I did. So it works. It works just fine, but
We have 5 sketches.
don't worry, I got you. And I was like, don't worry, I got you.
It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna fill out like one.
I got a lot to do, lots to do. So I'm not worried about I got a lot to do. So, and I just was like, I need to draw hands really bad.
Yeah. I might just do one, cause since I want to do like medfield stuff.
What?
Since I want to do like medfield.
Oh,
I can just take like an online literally YouTube anatomy class and then just do all my notes on the sketchbook because I always draw the diagrams because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So I'll just have these are all the muscles in your arm.
Yeah.
Cheat till you win.
I don't know if that's cheating.
Yeah.
Sounds smart to me. Yeah, Skip, I think I'm gonna do that for like the main characters. Because I need to, like, one of the main reasons why I'm doing this super challenge is to draw my characters more. Because Lord knows I do not. So.
I didn't find it. These two other ones are just gonna be filler so that they can do my video. I have officially reached 1,000 likes.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Cool. I just started focusing on YouTube.
I mean,
Because honestly, that's where it's working for me right now.
and that being said, honestly, I like TikTok because they like lazy creators.
They like what?
They like lazy creators.
Oh.
Like, so the stuff I do, which is literally just posting photos and posting crappy made photos with zero editing, like, I still get decent views. I don't gotta do any work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just not built to be a content creator.
I don't know if that's true.
Too lazy.
Oh my goodness. Oops. Eh. Mm. Booyah. Do. Swiss Winters. I don't think so, man.
This one makes me so nervous. Look at my Five Below sketchbook.
Oh.
Yep.
I think, you can push all that in, right?
I know, but it's this thing. Whenever that thing's in there, it always just like messes everything up.
Wow. That is definitely.
Look, I don't go through these holes. It only goes through these holes. So this one's like binds the book, but these ones are all uneven for some reason. So this one just keeps falling off. I do not know what I did. That's just the straight full
You
truth.
definitely made that one angry.
This one very angry.
That's for sure.
The backboard might just need to get.
Looks like the backboard just might not be the one. Not today.
It can just be like an accessory. Nobody knows me like you do. I already finished one sketchbook this year. That's good for me.
See?
I never finished it. And this one was a mostly empty one. Like it wasn't like I've had it for a while, but it was. I really didn't use it. Maybe I'm back in my art era.
Maybe.
This one turned out so good. And I already showed it to you, but I'm proud of this one.
Hold on.
I know.
Oh, this?
I might be back.
Yeah. It's a really good dragon.
Chris Brown told me to draw his character. It was not very helpful.
Oh, it's because he doesn't know what it looks like.
And then I kept asking him for clarity, and he'd tell me, and then he'd say, "That's wrong. That's not what I wanted." I'm like, "Bro, you're making this so hard."
He's one of those clients.
So, hopefully, if any of my sketchbooks needs to get done, it needs to be this guy. He needs to be laid to rest.
That's your rooster. Yeah, your rooster one needs some.
Look at this.
Your rooster one. Do you want some duct tape or something?
Yes.
some tape to.
This has been painted at least 4 times.
It's like that one. That one looks like it could use some love.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little.
Just like all the love.
It's like it looks like it could use some love. So what are you doing now, Ty?
Posting the sketches from this week. I'm gonna say like first attempt at this challenge. I actually did some stuff
This week?
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to be drawing yet.
Yeah, but I don't really care.
Cheater.
Yeah, but it's still like it's not even yet. It doesn't matter. Look, this is all that's my schedule. I figured it would be okay.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead and save, because, you know, I'm prone to having stuff crash on me. That's always fun. Select, modify, expand by 2. Oh my goodness. You sure? So do I. I didn't. I was like, well, I think we're supposed to wait still. But I'll call them tomorrow.
Yeah, it's my counselor, the counselor I've been talking with has been like, oh yeah, I don't know about that. You should call the cashier's office. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just gonna call the HR's person and be like, hey, this was approved January 1st, but it's still saying, like, we can't register for classes because
Yeah.
of this. And the person that we were talking to Well, no, there's that, and our dual enrollment counselor has been MIA, even though she's still there. Has she been talking to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she hasn't responded to me at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know how recently you did it, but like
Last week, like I wrote her.
well, I didn't write her last week, so
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But the past couple weeks, she's been.
Yeah, I wrote her because she would be the one. Because I was like, hey, it says that we need to.
I guess I'll email her.
It's like it says that we need. Because we registered you for those classes, remember? Yeah. And then it was like, hey, you need to do orientation and transcript and stuff. So it's like, okay. So I was like, we've done this already. Is it a glitch or is there something else we need to do? Like, what's the good word? And I haven't heard anything, so. What?
This cup needs to be all full back up. Even though I know I turned in my portfolio and I know that my teacher has access to everything, I keep getting so nervous because the portfolio is like pass fail the class, which I think is stupid personally.
Yeah.
But it's like, what if it didn't go through, even though I know it went through?
You're allowed to be nervous. And, I can get that's her first college class.
Hooray, college.
Hooray, college.
What are you gonna do with your Spooderman?
Nothing. I don't want it. But apparently some kid made it for me. So I was like, of course I'll take it. But what do I want with Spooderman? I don't even care for Spider-Man.
Really?
It's like Spider-Man, a whiny little baby Spider-Man? No.
I don't know. I really don't remember any of the Spider-Mans because I didn't really watch the Tom Holland movies. I did not watch any of the other movies. Like, I don't know what the other one is. I know Andrew Garfield. I don't know the other one.
Oh my goodness. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire.
No, I definitely did not watch any of Tobey Maguire ones. I might have watched Andrew Garfield, but I don't think I did. I watched one of the Tom Holland ones, but that's because Lily did. So I really only know the Spider-Verse.
I mean, to be honest, it's the one you really need.
That's my favorite one.
I just, Spider-Man in itself, like the cartoon, not the cartoon, but the comic Spider-Man, he's just so whiny. And I'm like, dude, you're a super genius, you're dating a model, you're Spider-Man, and you're whining? Like, shut up. Okay, I don't even... Don't be Spider-Man then. It's an easy solution. Don't be Spider-Man then.
But if he's not Spider-Man, who else is gonna be Spider-Man?
Someone will step up.
We don't have time.
Someone will step up. He lives in a world with the Avengers. Someone will step up.
Or
like, eh. Couldn't get behind whiny Spider-Man. I liked Miles because he was just like, I don't want to be in this preppy school. You know, it's like, all right, his whining was, stop forcing me to do this. Just let me be this person. Like, let me just be me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he was like, oh, I get to be Spider-Man, but I get to be me, Spider-Man. I ain't got to be that Spider-Man. So I liked Miles Morales.
And like Vampire.
Oh, I definitely like Miguel. Spider-Man 2099, Vampire Spider-Man, futuristic Vampire Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm all for that.
I like the Chai.
What?
TT. I don't remember his name. In the second movie, that TT guy.
The one with
Yes,
Yo-Yo?
TT.
The one with the Yo-Yo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his whole world has a giant hole in it.
Yeah, Yo-Yo guy was amazing.
I liked him. How do you feel about the dad?
Dad is a black dude.
No, the dad Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Loser Spider-Man?
Yeah, how do you feel about Loser?
I like Loser Spider-Man. He's funny. Like, I like Loser Spider-Man. Now he has a kid. I don't know. I like the way that they're portraying him. I was like, Loser Spider-Man's funny.
How do you feel about the little girl that was in the first movie with the robot? I don't know her name.
I know.
About Spider Noir.
I mean, he has a cool premise, but I don't really know enough about Spider Noir to care. What Spidey is that he lives in a city where, even if he takes a break, there's 10 other guys who can pick up the slack. See? He lives in New York. All the superheroes happen in New York.
Well, I don't know. I don't read.
Plus, the Holland version inadvertently showed the problem with the modern Spider-Man. Crime's just not bad enough to need a superhero without supervillains. It's true. Like, because you have Spider-Man. Why do you need Spider-Man going after people who pickpocket?
Oh, he goes after that.
I don't know. So he normally stops. He
That's what
normally
the police
stops.
are for.
He normally stops the petty crime, and you're like, that's what the police is for. So there's really no need for a Spider-Man unless you start creating supervillains.
Yeah, I really didn't watch it.
So, no, I'm just saying.
I hear he's a good Spider-Man.
Oh, I think Tom Holland is as far as movies go, in my opinion, he's the best.
Yeah.
I think he plays Spider-Man really well. Like, he plays him like a kid, right? And he gets excited about stupid stuff. He gets freaked out about stupid stuff. Like in the first one, the second one, when he got the spider suit and it started talking to him, and then he treated it like his counselor because he was stuck in like he couldn't get out of this warehouse, and so he was just talking. You know, he was just like, you know, and I'm really having a hard time with this girl, and like he was being a teenager, and I was like, you know what? That's cool. Like, I like that portrayal of Spider-Man. But there was a Spider-Man issue not in New York City. Can you name that city he went to? Metropolis. He went to a completely different comic universe. When they did the crossover. That one time in the 90s when they did the crossover. He's been to Wakanda and LA.
I keep seeing this. I thought it was silly. Mother's Day is when the least amount of crime is committed in the U.S. And I think that says a lot about how many moms are out there committing crimes but can't today because they're at lunch with their kids.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh, he goes to Pittsburgh? Nice. That took a turn. Like that was that was funny. I'm trying to win her back. Went to Europe with Wolverine. Oh goody. And that's the thing. Like Spider-Man always has like the hottest women on the planet. You know, it's just like, come on, man, be happy. Be happy.
That's too hard.
Skip, I think you're right. Is that Tom Holland's problem as far as Spider-Man's go is that the movies have nothing to say other than what if Spidey existed in the MCU. He really doesn't have anything. It's true.
That's fair. Hasn't watched the movies.
It's alright. I still need to watch the one with Mysterio. It's the last one. I haven't watched that one yet. Not that I really care, like, obviously, considering I haven't watched it yet. Been out for who knows how long. Refuse to allow Peter Parker to move forward. Yeah, it's true. Why don't you actually work through his whole problems? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You got kicked out of TikTok?
Yeah, I put a time limit on there.
How's that working for you?
See, it worked really good for like a month or two,
Uh-huh.
and then I just go to Instagram Reels.
Like, and then
now,
I just...
now I need to put a timer on Instagram too.
And then I just go to Instagram and do the exact same thing.
I might have a little bit of an addiction.
Maybe.
I just don't know why. It's just because I'm too lazy to do any of my hobbies.
It's kind of crazy, but okay. That's what I liked about the Flash family and Jeff Johns made everything about Barry Allen. Yeah. Barry never learned. Bart Allen created tricks while he never even thought of. You see the progression from member to member. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I saw Barry Allen on my free page today of that one Flash show, and he forgot who he was. He forgot like everything about him and his life.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I didn't watch that whole show. I started it with Lily.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I did this. Same with Arrow.
Watched Arrow.
Was good.
I liked it. I didn't watch all of it. I
Who's
watched
Damian Wayne?
Bruce Wayne's son.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't look. I didn't read them.
You could even make a case for New Orleans was created. Bruce would have to step away. Yeah. 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 But everything's just stopped. Yeah. People are scared. That's all. I don't know why, but
Scared of what?
I don't know. Losing their favorite character? I don't know. But the idea of trying to make a story and then moving forward. And I get, the idea of business, right? Because if, let's say, you have Spider-Man, who happens to be, college student, and then you have him get older and older, well, then the demographic that liked, or that was a teenager, or that likes the idea of him being a teenager, is now upset because he's not a teenager anymore. And so then you're technically going to lose that person, right? You're going to lose that fan. But, instead, what you should be doing is making new characters, right? Like we have the progression of the Flashes, and, Batman was taking on different Robins and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But you can only go so far because people will only accept so much, right? It's one thing when you go, oh, this is Robin. One day, he's going to be Batman. But he never becomes Batman, right?
Yeah.
And he's just either always Robin, or he has to become his own person separate from Batman. Because if Batman goes away, who's going to buy Batman book bags?
Yeah.
Instead of going, hey, remember old school Batman? Yeah, that was cool. Look at new Batman. Now we're going to make backpacks and stuff with new Batman. You should like new Batman. And then it's like, oh, you know what? Here's a vintage Batman book bag. Then all the people who really, really loved him would be like, oh, man, I remember when this was a thing. You guys don't know what you're missing. Original Batman was the best. But it's either, I think the company is to blame, and so is the audience, right? Like, the audience will constantly say that they want new stuff, but won't support new stuff. It's very rare that you have something where then all of a sudden you're like, oh snap, that really worked. So I think that everyone is to blame in this situation. Reason Miles is Spider-Man is because peeps only come for the Spider-Man name. Yeah, there's a reason we don't care about Alpha. Dan Slott's first attempt to demonize, or much as I hate to say it, why people don't know who Static is despite McDuffie making him as he modernized Peter Parker. Yeah, I mean, there are many reasons for that, but we don't need to talk about those. Static Shock? You know Static Shock. He's pretty much, he's Black Spider-Man from DC. And he's Static. So there was it's not a movement, but an imprint. That's the word I was looking for. So there was an imprint in DC called Milestone. And Milestone was pretty much, here is the opportunity for the black culture to have their own superheroes, right?
Okay.
So that's where there was an actual black Superman, right? Before there was, let's actually make a black Superman. His name was Icon. Then they had Black Iron Man. His name was Hardware. The Syndicate were the X-Men. Static was Spider-Man. Right? And Static got a lot of popularity. So, Static was the one that really made it. This guy.
Okay.
So, he's really cool, but he doesn't get the same push as even third-rate Spider-Man. So it's really hard, people. people say, and even the people who, especially the people who are like, we need we need representation and we need this, that, and the other thing, then companies are like, all right, my bad, we'll give it to you. Then they don't go out and support it. Hence, Princess and the Frog. Right? Like, we need 2D, and it wasn't that they did two things together. We need 2D, we need a non-white princess. So, they made the Princess and the Frog 2D and black. And then people didn't show up. Like, they in the idea of movies and stuff like that, Princess and the Frog was a flop. Even though it was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful movie. Princess and the Frog was great.
If we ever go back to Disney, I'm excited because they're making the Splash Mountain, whatever it was supposed to be based off of. Now it's the Tiana.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's like her. I don't really know how real it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Plus, all the honest excuses fall away once the latest nostalgia bait drops and makes a bajillion. No, you're right. That's the problem. Because honestly, I really just want to see new stuff. I know that's a radical idea, but I think it would just be better to have new stuff. How do you have enough money for another Batman movie, but not enough to buy your friend's comic at a convention? Oh yeah. Well, it's because you're not that important. That's the problem. It's like, Well, okay, now wait. There is one thing to be said, right? So, I don't know. Like, certain people, maybe it's just because if I'm your friend, I'm going to support you, right? Even if I don't like your stuff. And it's not that I don't like it, but like, let's just say, you want to do stuff on cats, and I'm like, I'm not really a cat person, but I'm going to support you because it's you and we've built a friendship, right? And I want to support you. But people kind of abuse that, and they're like, hey man, we're friends. Like, dude, we just know each other from work. Or we went to school together, you barely talk to me. Why are we friends now? Actually support it. Yeah, no, it's like, I'm going to support you, but yeah, it's true. Some people aren't. It is really tough. Like I mean, I know that doing like Kickstarters and stuff. Oh yeah, man, I got you. Oh yeah, I'd support you. Yeah. And that yeah turns into nothing. You're like, all right. That's the hard part, right? Because you want to try and make something, and it costs a ton of money. Ton of money. And then you're like, well, if you're not gonna help, why should I even try? And that's how most dreams die, right? You figure that your friends, or the ones that you say are your friends, would support you, And I know that sometimes you'll have hardships, right? And you're like, look, man, I can't do it right now. Fine, support. There are other ways that you can support me, man. Just blaster it all over your social medias and stuff. Maybe someone else can help. You know what I mean? Like just put it up a couple times. I'm doing a month-long Kickstarter. How about you put it on some of your socials, once a week. Just throw something up there, right? Hey, check this out. Done. But and I think that's when you start realizing who is actually there for you. Because if you're like, look, man, I don't need any money from you. I really just want you to let your people know, because clearly your people you might have different people, right? And it would be great if they knew about it. That's it. And then when they don't do anything, it's like, okay. Yeah, I don't like being guilted into supporting. Man, can I tell you that the guilt for supporting has not been per se like, oh, I'm your friend, but it's, oh, you're black, I'm black, you should support me. And I'm like, what? And it's normally people I don't know. I go to a convention, come by, and the person's like, yo, bro, what's up, cuz? And I'm like, no, stop it. I don't know you. And then what makes it worse is like, hey, will you support me? And I'm like, all right, cool. Will you support me? I got a book too. It's like, we don't even have to. It's like, we don't even have to to pay each other, because that would be silly, right? I give you $10, you give me $10. That was just dumb. How about we just go ahead and do an art trade and call it a good day, and then on our socials we'll tell people, hey, look, I got this book from this person. It's really cool, right? And then this guy looked at me and was like, nah, man, I ain't got it like that. I can't buy your book. I was like, wait, so you want me to support you and buy your book, but you won't support me and buy my book? Nah. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Thank you. I got stopped outside of Florida. Well, when I was in Orlando, and I was wearing a shirt, and it said, "If you like it, buy it." Right? And it said, "If you like it, buy it. Support independent artists."
Yeah.
And I am toting. You know how I have my wagon now?
Yeah.
In Orlando times, I had twice as much crap.
Oh, nice.
Because I thought I needed everything.
You do.
I brought everything. If there was a possibility of me needing it, I brought it. So I'm up here struggling, walking from where I could park, which was, I would say, about a mile away, with pretty much 2 carts full of stuff. And this dude stops me and he's like, "Oh man, I love your shirt." I'm like, "That's cool." And he was like, "I'm an artist. I knew that you would support me." I'm like, "I don't know anything you've done." And then he breaks out this weird poem. He's like, "I wrote this poem." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Thinking, I'll listen to your poem, sure. He did the poem, right? And then he looks at me and he has this printout paper that he printed out on his printer.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You can have this poem for $20.
That's great.
And I was like, what? Like, I was just confused and like, wait, what? And he's like, "Yeah, man. I figured you would support fellow artists." And I'm like, but you see, my shirt says if I like it. If I like it.
Yeah, obviously you like it.
And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't care. Yeah, $20 poem.
That's actually crazy.
$20. I was like, man,
Yeah, it was really just printed out. Like there was not a special paper.
nothing. There was nothing special about what he was trying to hawk at people. And I was like, $20? He's like, I know, right? Giving it to you, giving it to you as a steal. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I don't think you understand what steal means, but all right.
Steal your money, maybe.
Well, yeah, I guess to steal your money. But I was like, man, and that's the thing that I don't like. Those kind of guilt trips, where you're like, come on, I'm like, what? And it was because of one reason and one reason only.
You're sure?
I was black.
No, I remember. I think I was there that one time when you were doing the art trade with the book. I think I was there because he came up to you and I was like, "Oh, this is one of your friends." Because to me, it's kind of weird to just go up so random. Now, if you were at their table, like if you went to them,
Yep.
and you were like talking about this and talking about, because you know you usually talk to people.
Yep.
Then it would make sense. Like, oh my god, like we should both support each other because all
Right.
this stuff. But he just showed up.
Yep.
And was like, you should buy my stuff.
You should buy my book. Like, wait, what? Who the heck are you?
What the heck?
Like, I don't. And then, I'm a big proponent. Like, if you're going to approach me like that, you gotta have some stuff that I'm gonna want. This person's work was crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, see, you should at least have something that I can be like, wow, okay. All right, yeah, I'll do that because it looks amazing. But when you come and you have just awfulness, I'm like, come on now, come on. what are you doing?
Oh, it's so good. You just don't understand.
I don't.
It's just the art style.
That's my style. Like, your style's poopy. I don't like it.
I love saying that when I draw something wrong. It's just my style.
It's just my style.
and it's always when it's like actually just wrong. Like I'll draw the foot backwards or something. I'm like, that's my style.
That's my style. That's what I like right there.
You just don't understand.
Ugh. But see,
You don't appreciate art.
you do that because I complain so much about people saying that.
Yep.
But there are people who actually say it and mean it. And like, it's
my
not.
only thing that's confusing about that is like, when is it wrong and when is it your style? Because you know, like the chibi styles or like the things where all the
Right.
proportions are off. When is it this is bad or like this is like proportionally wrong, and when is it it's actually your style?
So, the one thing is, the way that you can argue is it your style is when it's consistent. Hold on. It is fueled by fire.
Razor sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Mandala, thank you so very much for coming in on that resub for 43 months. Can we please get some hype up in the chat for Mandala coming in super strong? My favorite is when that's my style and I can do their style better. But okay, back to your question. So there's a lot of things that have been established in this world, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are aping that stuff. So if you're doing something that's already popular, it makes it real easy to go, okay, you're doing a chibi style. I don't need to critique you on your proportions because clearly that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're drawing Western comics and you you know, it looks like you're trying to draw X-Men, and you have regular Jim Lee X-Men, and then all of a sudden you have a chibi for some reason. And like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Right? That's just not correct. And it also generally happens when you're doing regular proportions, and then all of a sudden you have a really big foot. You're like, oh, that's my style. It's like, it's not your style because you're not doing it the whole time. So that can't be your style.
What? Are you sure? I think
I think I would know my own style. Like, you might, but here's the thing, you'd be wrong. Yeah, I would say in art, that's probably my biggest pet peeve.
my style.
Yeah, when it's an excuse. Like, oh, that's just my style. It's like, no. It's like, stop saying that. That's not your style. You're screwing up. And that's it. That's all there is to it. You messed up, and you should deal with the fact that you messed up.
But that's so much work.
It is. And it's hard to hear that you screwed something up. Right? Nobody wants to hear that. So I get it. It's a defense mechanism. I get it. But don't show it to me then. And ask for a critique.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's one thing if I come up to you and be like, oh man, your proportions are all jacked up.
This is terrible.
And it's like, well, I didn't ask you for that. But if you come in and you're like, hey, can you critique my work? When students ask me that now, I actually ask them, I was like, do you actually want me to critique your work? Or do you just want me to tell you that you're doing a good job? Because I can do either one, but I'd much rather know ahead of time which one you want. Because if I critique it and you do something stupid, like say, oh, but that's just my style, we're going to have a bigger issue than just your critique. So.
We're gonna have a lecture.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, we're.
Your style. That's wrong.
I had a person. Oh gosh, okay. So I had a person who drew something, and then it just didn't. Stuff went missing,
Okay.
and I was like, well, you know, where's this? And they're like, oh, well, I'm trying to do, you know, this kind of thing where they do an animation where they, you know, it's always the same no matter what. I was like, oh, so like Mickey Mouse,
Okay.
right? You know how like Mickey Mouse always has his 2 ears, and like no
Yeah.
matter how he turns, he always
Yeah,
has
like
2
how
ears.
Pig always has 2 eyes.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
and on
yeah.
the side, right. And I'm like, that's cool and all. Like, I appreciate that. But here's the thing: Mickey Mouse establishes that there are 2 ears, right, from the get-go. Here are 2 ears. When we see yours, there's only 1 ear. But then you turn the character, and then there's the same ear. How is that possible?
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. And we had a very long conversation about that because they kept telling me I was wrong. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, you can. I was like, ultimately, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
You know, but
Ultimately, it's your drawing.
yep, it's your drawing. You do whatever you want. Just know that it's not right.
Well, see, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I think is kind of weird. Like, people get defensive about it. Like, not weird, but like, honestly, that's one of the reasons I never took an art class, because I knew I didn't want to get critiqued.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, I know if I want to critique, I only want it to be like constructive criticism,
Right.
like to come off in a very like, oh, like this is really good, but you know, do this, and I can't guarantee that in our class because it might just be like they point out the mistakes because the good parts you did good, I don't need to bring them up, right?
Right.
And so I'm like, I don't really want that. Like if I know something's wrong, I'll ask my dad,
Right.
and I'm very lucky about that, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I'm like, I don't know why this isn't working. Help me out.
But I mean, you know, that's fair. And you know, you made that very clear too. You're like, I don't want this. And it's like, oh, okay. But when you come in and you're like, I want you to critique it, and then I critique it, and then you tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm right, you're wrong.
It's like, well, over the years, I have learned to stop arguing. Just like, all right, whatever. If that's what you think, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's fair, because, you know, especially when people get, like, super offensive about it, they're not gonna...
You're not listening. Yeah, you're not listening anyway.
At that point, it's just, I'm right, you're wrong. Like, you just need to see my opinion now.
You know, to curate the audience so they never have to think about how well does this art stand on its own without you to explain it. Oh, yeah, you can't even don't even get me started on that whole you won't be here to explain your issues. That is a conversation I have every semester.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're not going to be here to tell us that this is why this is important or that this is that thing. Like, you're just not going to be here. They're like, well, I mean, I'm like, and it doesn't say it. And I was like, and it doesn't say it visually. So, it's not coming across the way you want it to.
Yeah.
Students and beginners are really good case studies in Dunning-Kruger effects. Yeah.
What's that?
Which is part of why I'm hyper selective about who I take lore dumps from to defend art. That's fair. Yeah, that's great, Father. But tell me how great I am. Yeah, that is what I get more often than not. But then you get those good students who are like, hey, no, just tear me apart. And then they mean it, and they're taking notes while you're doing it, and it's just like, oh my goodness, I can't. And then I can't believe I missed this or I didn't see that. And then they come back and they're like, here, I put everything that you told me into this next piece.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh wow, look at how. And it's like, do you see it? Do you see the difference? Like, yeah, I can really see it. Like, awesome. Okay, so the Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias in which people with limited competence in a particular domain overestimate their abilities. Oh, I love it when people are like, I'm going to be a concept designer. I'm like, you're not. You're really not. And they're like, why not? It's like, because you're not good enough. Yes, I am. I'm like, no, look, I want you to be a concept designer. That's great, but you have a very long road to go. And they're like, no, I'm gonna go work for Blizzard right now. It's like, okay. And then you bring out a book and you're like, well, this is their sketchbook or their art book that they just did. Do you think that your art holds up to this? They look at the book, they look at their work because you're holding it, they look back at you and they say yes. Oh my goodness, okay, I can't help you. It's like, there's absolutely nothing I can do to help you because you are clearly delusional.
No, you're just a hater.
You're just a hater.
You're a glazer.
Yep, you're just a hater. Just a hater. Can't stand you. You're such a hater. It's like, yeah, I guess so, man. I'm sorry. Oh, I got one for you, Skip. I got one for you. I had a student. We were in finals. And this student, we put up our first piece and pulled everyone to the front of the class. And then this person just walked out.
Nope.
Just walked out. And I'm looking, because I watched him like he thought about it. because he was in the back, and I was like, all right, come on now, we're starting. And so he was in the back, and I'm waiting. We're like waiting, and then he gets up from his desk, and then he walks out the door, and I'm like, and then the students are all looking at me, and they're like, are you okay? And I'm just completely baffled by what's happening. I'm like, all right, maybe he had to use the bathroom, right? Because I keep telling all the students, I'm like, look, man, you're an adult. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. You need to, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, 2.5 hours later, when class is over, still nothing, right? Never came back. I wrote the guy, and I'm like, yo, what happened? You know, thinking maybe something happened.
Yeah.
And he types back. This dude types back, and he's like, well, I was really stressed, and I had three other finals that I had to prepare for, so I just left. And I'm like, oh, okay, like nothing? You're not even gonna, you didn't even want to say anything? Like, hey, look, I'm super stressed. You know, like, I'm super stressed. Like, I need to do something else. It's like, nothing, right? And then, because I was like, you do know that was extremely rude to not only me, but to your fellow students in the class. And this guy, in writing, put, what did he say? Hold on, I want to make sure I quote it.
This is gonna be crazy.
I want to make sure I quote it. Because it threw me. He says, and I quote, I didn't care too much in the moment. I didn't care too much in the moment. And when he did say, but you're right. And I'm like, like, wait, what? Like, just, yeah, I just didn't care. God, dude, what? And you know, you would think, it's one of those ones that you would think that kind of confidence would come from someone who just blew you out of the water with their work. Well, I'm here to tell you that was not the case. It's just, it's wild. Wild, I tell you. And then they get mad at you. When they don't get an A. Like, I didn't, what? Which people who are really great at what they do mistakenly believe what they do is easy. And they understand, yeah. Like, yeah, might be one of the 10 teachers in your life, but you're one of thousands of students in mine. The patterns keep repeating. That's true. Oh my goodness. Time's up. Thanks, Mandala.
Well, I remember there was this kid in my class, or not a kid in my class, but you know, I'm with the counselors, right? Okay, and so he was like, yeah, I don't know my teacher's name. And they were like, because it was like halfway through the year. Right? And it's like, how do you not know your teacher's name?
Right.
And they're like, well, I have a lot of teachers. And they were like, you have 8 teachers.
Right. I have a lot of teachers. Like, I don't think that's correct.
And then I was thinking about it, and he was like, wow. And he was all like, well, my teacher forgets my name all the time. I'm like, your teacher has a lot of students.
Right.
I'm like, just one class is more than 8. Like, even my German class is more than 8. And it's, so not a big class.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of students are like, oh, well, I'm important.
I'm the one.
You know, and I mean, don't get me wrong. All students, yeah, sure. They are important, right? I get that. But they also have to understand they're not the only ones.
What?
You're not the only one.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not. Hope everyone has the best week possible. Thanks, Don. I think you were, if you were at work, sorry, if you were, oh my goodness, what are you doing? If you were at work at the beginning of the stream, I showed off some of the stuff for DCD. I don't know if you saw it. But I got the times up. I had to fix this. That tangent was getting too close for comfort. It was one of those ones I'm like, that's just too close. I can't. And it's still pretty close, but you know, it's one of those ones where I'm like, Just like this, we want to crop that into. No, not caps lock, you dum-dum. Alright, I was here from the start. No, that's what I'm saying, but I don't know if you were... Did you see it? Did you see the cards that I showed? That's what I'm saying. I know you were here. Alright, so we got our guy. Still have to add the beads, and I'm tightening up the line weight a little bit. Very important. I can't keep yelling at my students for line weight and not having line weight. So, tightening up the line weight here. Did the all the cloth except for this hood up here. Alright, and then we'll do the armor. I think I need to shorten up this hand though. And I want to curve that. It looks weird coming straight down, so we'll curve that. We'll fix that. So there's a little stuff to fix, but for the most part we pretty much got him all drawn up, almost all completely inked, which is cool. I'm sitting in my chair at home. That's right. Don't forget to overnight them. Yep, will do. So there's that. There's our guy in all his glory. We'll put his color in. Probably do it tomorrow, since I don't have, I don't have anything else, big projects to get done or deadlines. So we'll finish this up tomorrow, and then who knows? Maybe we'll do some lettering of pages. Maybe we'll start working on the other guy. So anyway, we'll figure it out. But thank you all so very much for coming to hang out today on Mother's Day weekend. Hopefully you guys had a good time. There's about tickets for me and my mom to go to Vegas, baby. Oh, nice. This Wednesday to Friday? That's awesome. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yeah. Why? I'm like, it's the 13th? Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow. So I will see you all tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna finish this. I might even work on it a little bit since I'm out of school. I don't know. We'll see. But needless to say, we will be drawing something. We are back to our ninja ways, and we're gonna keep working ninjas. And I know that Skip was like, hey, you should do action pose sheets. And I think, to be honest, I feel more comfortable doing those on traditional paper and stuff. So maybe we'll do these action sheets for our characters and whatnot on in the sketchbook, since I have to since I have to fill up so many sketchbooks. So, but yeah, so that's about it. Thank you all so very much, like I said, and we will see you guys on a Monday. Take care. Oh, I almost forgot. You almost let me forget. Because you got to remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.